Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about probability of simple event. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So later on class, I will give you plenty of examples for you to really understand this one. Now once again class, if this video helps, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now before we answer example number 1 class, let's define first what is a simple event. Now a simple event in probability is an event that consists of exactly one outcome from an experiment. And this will be our formula. So we have the probability of event is equal to the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of possible outcomes. So once again class, probability of event is equal to the number of favorable outcomes, the thing that you want to achieve, all over the total number of possible outcomes. Now let's have example number 1 class applying this formula. So let's start with example number 1. A fair die is rolled. Find the probability in fraction form. Number 1, a 6 come out. So once again class, we find the probability a 6 will come out. And then we have a die. Now of course class, when you roll a die, the outcomes, what are the possible outcomes class when you roll a die? Now when you roll a die, the possible outcomes, once again class, when you roll a die, the possible outcomes, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, or it could be 6, right? How many possible outcomes class? That's correct, there would be 6 possible outcomes. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. Now you want to get a 6. Once again class, you want to get a number 6. A 6 will come out. So therefore, probability of event or probability of getting 6 is equal to, once again, our formula, that would be N of E. So number of favorable outcomes. So N of E all over N of S. Total number of possible outcomes. So probability of getting 6 is equal to number of favorable outcomes. Now once again class, how many 6 when you roll a die? Now when you roll a die, there's only one 6, right? Once again class, when you roll a die, it could be 1, it could be 2. The outcomes, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. Now you want to get number 6. How many chances that you want to get 6? Of course, that's only 1, right? Because we only have 1 6. So therefore, our answer on the top, number of favorable outcomes, it's only 1. Now you'll be asking questions, sir, why is it 1, sir? Because there's only 1 6 class. When you roll a die, there's only 1 6. So therefore, the answer on the top, on the numerator, there would be 1. And the total number of possible outcomes, we have 6 possible outcomes. So therefore, class, our answer, there would be 1 over 6. Alright, so you can make this one into decimal. And then you can convert decimal into percent. That would be okay. But once again, class, we are finding the probability in fraction form. So therefore, 1 over 6, that would be our final answer with regards to example number 1. Alright, so the answer for number 1, probability, is equal to 1 over 6. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Example number 2. An even number greater than 3 comes out. So once again, guys, an even number greater than 3, that comes out. Now, what do you mean by even number class? This remember class what you mean by even number? That's correct. Even number, those are numbers divisible by 2. So example 2 is an even number because we can divide 2 by 2. 4 is an even number. 6 is an even number. 10 is an even number. 12 is an even number, right? Numbers that can be divided by 2, we call that one even numbers. I hope you still remember that one class during your elementary years. An even number, those are numbers divisible by 2, can be divided by 2. Now, you want to get an even number greater than 3. Once again, class, you want to get an even number greater than 3. Now, what would be those even numbers, class, with regards to this possible outcomes, greater than 3? So, once again, you want to get an even number, so probability in getting an even number greater than 3. So, you want to get an even number greater than 3. So once again, our denominator, how many possible outcomes when you roll a die? That's correct. You have 6 possible outcomes when you roll a die. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So therefore, our denominator, there would be 6. Now, you want to get an even number greater than 3. How many even number class greater than 3? With regards to these possible outcomes. That's correct. We have two even numbers greater than 3, right? We have number 4. 4 is an even number. It is greater than 3. We have number 6. 6 is an even number greater than 3. We cannot select 2 class because 2 is less than 3. Once again, we need to get an even number greater than 3. So therefore, an even number greater than 3, that would be 4, and then that would be 6. So how many even number class? That's correct. We have 2 even numbers. That would be 4 and then 6. So therefore, our answer on that numerator, that would be 2. Questions are, why is it 2? Because we have 2 even numbers with regards to our possible outcomes. We have 4 and then 6. Alright, now can we reduce? Once again, class, if you can reduce the fraction, you always reduce the fraction, class, to its lowest term. That's mandatory, class, for the fraction. Can we reduce? Yep, we can reduce this 1 by 2. Once again, class, you cannot divide this one because you will get a decimal answer, but you can reduce. Okay, you can reduce this one. What would be the greatest common factor, class, of 2 and 6? That's correct, that would be 2. So simply divide this 1 by 2, divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2, that would be equal to 3. So therefore, the answer with regards to example number 2, that would be 1/3. Alright, so the probability in getting an even number greater than 3, that would be 1/3. So really is equal to 1/3. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. A prime number comes out. Now, to remember, class, with regards to prime number, what do you mean by prime number? Now, prime number, class, it has 2 factors only, 1 and the number itself. Once again, class, I hope you still remember this one, class, prime and composite number. Now, if you talk about prime numbers and then composite numbers, now for prime numbers, class, it has 2 factors. It has 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Example, class. Okay, example, class. If I will say 3, is 3 a prime number? Yup, 3 is a prime number because the factors of 3, that's only 1 and 3. Once again, the factors of 3, that's only 1 and 3. 1 times 3 is 3. Therefore, the factors of 3, that's only 1 and 3. Another example, if I will say 7. Is 7 a prime number? Yup, 7 is a prime number. What are the factors of 7? That's correct. The factors of 7, that's only 1 and 7. 1 times 7 is 7. Therefore, 7 is a prime number. Because 7, it has 2 factors. Another example, if I will say 4. Question, class, 4. Is 4 a prime number? Nope. 4 is not a prime number. Once again, class, 4 is not a prime number because the factors of 4, that would be 1 times 4 and then 2 times 2. 4, class, it has 4 factors. 1, 4, 2, and then 2. 4 has 4 factors, therefore 4 is a composite number. Okay, once again, class, 4 is a composite number. I hope, class, you still remember this one, composite and prime number, during your elementary years. So once again, prime numbers, it has 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Composite number, it has more than 2 factors. Another example for composite number, if I will say 15, is 15 a prime number or a composite number? That's correct. 15 is a composite number because 15 has 4 factors. There will be 1 and 15, 1 times 15, and then 3 times 5, 3 and 5. So therefore, 15 is a composite number. Okay, I hope it's clear for you, class, with regards to prime numbers and composite numbers. Alright, now you're looking for prime number. Prime number that comes out. Now, once again, class, question, is 1 a prime number? Question, class, is 1 a prime number? Nope. 1, class, is not a prime number. Once again, class, you always remember this one. The smallest prime number is 2. Once again, class, the smallest prime number is 2. Always remember that one, class. The smallest prime number is 2. Okay, once again, class, the smallest prime number is 2. 1 is not a prime number. The smallest prime number is 2, so we have 2. Alright. Now, is 3 a prime number? Yup, 3 is a prime number. Is 4 a prime number? Nope. 4 is not a prime number because 4, we explained that a while ago, 4 is a composite number. It has more than 2 factors. 1 times 4 1 times 4 and then 2 times 2. So 4 is not a prime number. How about 5? Is 5 a prime number? Yep. 5 is a prime number. The factors of 5, that's only 1 and 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 has 2 factors. How about 6? Is 6 a prime number? Nope, 6 is not a prime number. The factors of 6, we have 4 factors. 1 times 6, 1 and 6, and then 2 and 3. 2 times 3. So therefore, 6 has 4 factors. So therefore, we have 3 prime numbers. So therefore, our probability, so probability is equal to, once again, on the denominator, that would be 6, because we have 6 numbers when we roll a die. And then for prime numbers, we have 3 prime numbers. Once again, the smallest prime number, that would be 2. Do not include 1 class. 1 is not a prime number. The smallest prime number is 2. So we have 2, 3, and then 5. So therefore, we have 3 prime numbers. Can we reduce 3 and 6? Yup. We can reduce this one by what number, class? That's correct. By 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Therefore, the answer, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. The answer, class, is 1/2. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 3. That would be 1/2. So probability is equal to 1/2. Now, how about you try this one, class, and then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. You try this one, class, number 4. Number 4, number 6, and then number 7. You try this one. And then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So let's try to answer number 5, class. Once again, class, you try this one. Number 4, a number less than 6 that comes out. And then for number 6, a 1 comes out. So the number 1 comes out. And then number 7, a composite number comes out. Right, so you try this one, number 4, number 6, and then number 7. So let's answer number 5. So you want to get an even number greater than 6 that comes out. So you want to get an even number greater than 6. Alright, so probability, once again, our denominator, that would be 6 because we have 6 numbers, 6 possible outcomes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we have 6 numbers, when you roll a die, these are the possible outcomes. Now for number 5, an even number greater than 6 that comes out. Once again, class, an even number greater than 6. There would be 8, there would be 10. Once again, class, an even number, there would be numbers divisible by 2. Once again, class, numbers divisible by 2. Those are even numbers. Numbers can be divided by 2. Now, what are those even number greater than 6? Of course, there would be 8, right? 8 is an even number greater than 6. There would be 10, there would be 12, there would be 14, and so on. Now, we don't have 8, class, with regards to our possible outcomes. 8 is not there. 10 is not there. 12 is not there. Once again, class, an even number greater than 6. That would be 8, 10, 12, 14. We don't have this number, class. When you roll a die, you will not have this number. You don't have 8, you don't have 10, you don't have 12, you don't have 14. Therefore, class, our answer on the numerator, that would be 0. So this will be 0. Questions are, why is it 0? Because once again, we're looking for a number, even number greater than 6. And these are the even numbers greater than 6. We have 8, 10, 12, 14. And we don't have this number with regards to our possible outcomes. So therefore, our numerator, that would be 0. Now, 0 divided by 6. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be equal to 0. So therefore, the probability with regards to number 5, that would be equal to 0. So once again, class, you try this one. Number 4, number 6, and then number 7. Alright, so let's have another example, class. Let's have an example for a coin. Alright, so let's have another example, class, for you to really understand this one, class. Let's proceed to another example. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. A coin is tossed. What is the probability of getting heads? Alright, so probability of getting heads. Now, when you toss a coin, class, the possible outcomes when you toss a coin, it could be head or it could be tail, right? There's no other outcomes, class. When you toss a coin, the possible outcomes, it could be head or it could be tail. So how many possible outcomes? That's correct. We have 2 possible outcomes. So therefore, probability of getting heads, you want to get heads, is equal to number of possible outcomes. Once again, the total number of possible outcomes that would be on the denominator. We have 2 possible outcomes. It could be head or it could be tail. So therefore, our denominator is 2. Now you want to get head. Therefore, class, our numerator was given us on the numerator number of favorable outcomes, the thing that you want to achieve. Now you want to get head. Now based on the possible outcomes, there's only one head. So once again, class, based on the possible outcomes, there's only one head. Therefore, our numerator, that would be equal to 1. So therefore, the answer with regards to the example number 2, probability of getting heads, that would be 1/2. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused as probability of getting heads. On the denominator, the possible outcomes, there would be head and tail. We have 2 possible outcomes. It could be head or it could be tail. Now, on the numerator, number of favorable outcomes, you want to get head. There's only one head with regards to our possible outcomes. Therefore, class, our numerator, there would be 1. So, therefore, the answer is 1/2. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. Alright, so example number 3. When drawing a card from a standard deck, what is the probability of getting the king of spades? Now, when you draw a card, class, on a standard deck, of course, class, there are 52 possible outcomes, right? Once again, class, when you draw a card in a standard deck, there are 52 possible outcomes. Sir, why is it 52? Because you have ace, right? Once again, class, you have ace. And then for ace, you have ace of spade, ace of clubs, ace of diamond, and then hearts, right? I hope that you're not confused with this one. If you still remember this one, class, with a card, for ace, you have ace of clubs, right? You have clubs, right? You have this one, clubs. Alright, and then you have spade, right? You have this one, spade. Okay, I hope that you see a card, class. You have this one, spade, so we have ace. Alright, spade, and then we have diamonds, right? We have this one. Okay, we have diamonds. Alright, and then hearts, of course. We don't have number 1, class. That would be ace. So you have ace of clubs, spade, diamond, and then hearts. Okay. So we have ace, diamond, and then hearts. And then we also have number 2 of clubs, 2 of spade, 2 diamond, and then hearts. We also have 3. So 3, we have 4, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 8, we have 9. Alright, 9. And then 10, right? We have 10. We don't have 11, class. That would be jack. So we have jack, queen, and then king, right? I hope, class, you see a card, class, with regards to this one, a standard deck. We have ace of clubs, and then spade, diamond, and then hearts. And then for number 2, of course, for number 3, we have clubs, spade, we have spade, diamond, and then hearts. Same with 4, same with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, for 10, we have clubs, spade, diamond, and then hearts. So therefore, class, the numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then times 4. Okay, 13 times 4, that would be 52. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. With regards to the standard deck, we have clubs, spade, diamond, and then hearts. So therefore, we have 52 cards. So therefore, our denominator, that would be 52. Now, you want to get king of spades. Once again, class, you want to get king of spades. Of course, for king, you have this one, clubs, right? So you have clubs. Okay, you have clubs. Okay, apologize, class, for my illustration. So we have clubs. And then we have spade, right? We have spade, this one. Alright, and then diamond. So we have diamond. And then hearts. Of course, for king, we have king of clubs, king of spade, king of diamond, and then king of hearts. Now, you want to get king of spades. Now, how many king of spades, class, base with regards to our standard deck? Of course, class, there's only one king of spades. Once again, class, there's only one king of spades. This one right here, class. So therefore, class, our numerator, that would be equal to 1. Once again, class, there's only one king of spades. Therefore, our numerator, that would be equal to 1. And that would be our answer, class, with regards to example number 3. 1 over 52. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 3. Now, how about you try this one, class? Example number 4. A spinner has 5 equal sections. We have red, blue, green, yellow, orange. What is the probability of landing on green? So you try this one, class, and then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.